Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Marietta here with another video on this morning. Whew, kingdom blessings to each and every one of you. I pray that you slept well. I pray that your morning is starting off to a good start. Well, I want to help you out this morning. I want to talk to some people this morning again about filing bankruptcy, about the bankruptcy situation, about how so many people are complaining about the bills that they have and how they'll never be able to get out from under these bills with the economy the way it is, and they want to downsize and they want to put their finances in some type of perspective, but they can't see no way out of this situation whatsoever. You've tried everything. You're at the end of your rope. You don't know what else to do. It's driving you crazy. It's just taking you down a road of stress, depression, anxiety, and you don't know exactly what to do in this situation. But you do know that you have to downsize. You do know that you have to do some things and you have to get rid of some things. And you see that it's going to just damage your credit all the way around. And there's nothing else you could do. Well, let me tell you something. There is something else you could do. And you can file bankruptcy. You could put all that into one bundle and file bankruptcy on that situation. And I want to talk to you straight up and just be as real as I possibly can. There was a time that I had to file bankruptcy, and I filed bankruptcy, and bankruptcy was the best thing I ever did for myself during that time. I was able to help crawl out from under that rock. Even during that time, times was hard for me, and I was going through a lot. And I understand what you're going through when you wake up every morning. The bills are weighing you down. They're taking your life away from you. You don't know what to do, and you want to do the right thing, but yet and still there's not enough finances. And in the way the world is today, there's not enough now. If you don't have enough, there's not going to be enough. Let me tell y'all something. Business and personal bankruptcy is on the rise. Don't think that you're by yourself. Don't feel like that you got to be feeling like you're disgracing yourself, or this is a failure for you, or you feel like you will never be able to make it. We don't know if any of us are going to be able to make it in these uncertain times. Anytime I turn on my YouTube or turn on my TikTok or look at any of these social media pages, and I see businesses, big businesses, foreign businesses, and I'm talking about over in Nebraska, Montana, the soybean fields, everything, they're filing bankruptcy. They're going to have to file bankruptcy on these situations because they don't have enough money, nor do they have enough help to even work these farms. So these farmers are going under. So what about your little pocket? We're talking about people that were making millions and billions of dollars, and now they have to file bankruptcy due to the fact that they don't have enough money to keep these farms running, nor enough labor to keep these farms running, nor these tariffs keeping in. They cannot keep up with the high rising cost of inflation themselves. So we as a small people, we are not able to have to fight these demons by ourselves. These demons are coming against us, and it's robbing us of our life. It's robbing us of our livelihood. It's robbing us, our children, of their childhood. It's robbing us of having money to even go out and enjoy life, to be able to do things. You go to the grocery store, everything is robbing you of your money when you get there. Things have been inflated so high, and this is why. Because of the high cost of living, these people are not going to be able to run these farms. These people are looking for the government to give them some money and looking for our president to give them some money. Well, it's not happening. They're going to end up having to file bankruptcy, I'm sure, on these farms. I'm just believing that it's time for us to fend for ourselves. It's time for you to worry about yourself. And if you have to file bankruptcy on what you got going on, it's time for you to just go ahead and do it. Don't worry about who's going to say what or who's going to talk about you, because you have to downsize your situation, or you have to do what's best for you. Bankruptcy was the best thing I ever did for myself during that time. It was able to give me a new beginning. If and so you ever going to have a new beginning out of this situation, if we ever get another new start, because right now it looks like everything is downhill. It looks like everything is going downhill. It don't look like it's going to end up well for us. But that's just what it looks like. But we got to stand fast, and we got to continue to keep hope some kind of way, or we're going to lose our sanity. So if you feel as though that bankruptcy is the best way for you to go, then you do so. Because I'm thinking about it like this. If big organizations, these farmers, the cattle, the soybean, these farms have to file bankruptcy, that means there's not going to be any, hear me very well, there's not going to be anything that's going down cheap in price ever again. If these places go away, this is taking away our food source. This is taking away a great amount of our food source is being taken away. We are a people that have to eat. These bodies cannot go. You might feel as though you can go 3 or 4 or 5 days. Some of you might have even gone longer than that without food. But let me tell you something. Eventually you're going to have to eat or you won't be here. These bodies have to be fed. They have to be fed. So we are people that depend on food to be able to live, to be able to survive, to be able to make it. Food and water you got to have. So therefore, when it comes down to that, and you see those things being your livelihood getting ready to be tampered with, then it's time for you to start thinking about you and yours. It's time for you to start thinking about how you and yours going to get water, how you and yours going to eat. So that means it's time for you to put a seed in the ground and don't worry about bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is something that if you got to file bankruptcy, go ahead and file bankruptcy, because in the end, it may look bad for a lot of people that may need it to file bankruptcy, and they may not have gotten to file bankruptcy and still lose everything you got. This is just the way it looks, the way the economy is being set up right now. You're being priced out of your area. You're being priced out of your life. You're being priced out of your situation. You got to continue to keep seeing what is best for you and keep doing what is best for you as you see fit. Because like I said, nobody can read your pocket but you. But if you feel like that bankruptcy is the way for you to go, then that's the way for you to go. Bankruptcy is on an all-time high right now. A lot of people are filing bankruptcy from what I'm seeing. Some by force and some by choice. Some are being forced to file bankruptcy, and some is doing it by their own choice. And unfortunately, in my case, I was forced to file bankruptcy, but after I did it, after I got through it, I went through the anxiety, I went through the crying, I went through the stress, I went through the woe is me, I went through all of that, just to come out victorious and strong on the end, to say it was the best thing I ever did for myself and my family in my whole entire life. So if you feel as though that you're one of those and you're standing on the edge of bankruptcy and you don't know what to do, and if coming between bankruptcy and the well-being of your family, coming between bankruptcy and the well-being of your future for just you, if it's just you, then you do what you need to do to handle that situation. Bankruptcy attorneys are expensive. Yes, they are. They're very expensive, but well worth every penny. Well worth every penny, so that you can sleep at night, so that you won't have that debt bearing down on you, and you'll already know exactly which way you want to go with it. Bankruptcy filings, when I did my research, bankruptcy filings, they rose about 11.5% over the previous year. That's a lot. That's a lot. And that's personal and business bankruptcy filings. 11.5%. And that's in the 12-month period from June until June 30th, 2025. So you're not the only one that's thinking about bankruptcy. You're not the only one being forced into bankruptcy. A lot of people are being forced into bankruptcy. Just think about how much them farmers over there in Nebraska and Montana are losing. Think about how much they're losing. They're losing a lot. And a lot of people say, well, that's what they voted for. And that may be true. But guess what? That may be what they voted for. But we didn't vote for the fact of not being able to eat. We didn't vote for the fact of not being able to feed our families. We did not vote for the fact of not being able to have food on our table. And here we going into the holidays, where no longer be holidays for most people, because they didn't learn that every day is a holiday. They didn't learn that you're supposed to fast and pray. They didn't learn none of these things. So therefore, they're looking at the fact that they're being stripped. Their tables are being stripped. Their homes are being stripped. Their livelihoods are being stripped. And this is so too. You got $2 billion contracts that have been canceled. These tariffs are taking effect as well, causing a lot of ruckus and causing a lot of hell in this situation. But you got to understand, you got to still do what you got to do. Bankruptcy is on the table. Bankruptcy has to be implemented. Bankruptcy is the way you're going to have to go in order to get out from under those bills and get out from under that stress and get out from under that anxiety, so that you can be able to function. Then you'll be able to realize that you had to file bankruptcy on the very thing that was tearing you down. Because when these farmers filed bankruptcy, that should let everybody know. That should send a worldwide wake-up call that it's time for you to put a seed in the ground. It's time for you to start raising your own livestock. It's time for you to worry about how you and your family are going to eat going forward from this day forward. Why? Because there's nobody to work the farms from the beginning. There's nobody to work the farms, and the farmers are losing everything they got, and they're crying out. They're crying out. They're screaming. They're screaming right now. And a lot of people say, well, they should because this is what they voted for. That's what everybody's saying. That's what I hear on the internet. That's what I see. But yet and still, I'm taking the political aspect out of the situation for me and thinking about the fact that how I'm going to eat. I mean, I'm looking at it past that. Okay, they messed up. Yeah, they messed up. They may feel like they messed up. They feel like they're losing a lot. But because of the fact that there's no big me's or little u's in the kingdom, there's none. There's none. You have to reap what you sow. So when you sow seeds of discord, you expect discord to come back to you. When you start sitting there and thinking that you're sitting high on the hog and you better than everybody else, and then when you realize that where it comes down to money, as they say, money is the root of all evil. It's not money being the root of all evil. It's what the people that are behind the money. The people that are behind the money, that's who's pushing that evil. So bankruptcy is an option. Bankruptcy is an option. But like I said, with the way the world is headed today and the way it looks like things are falling and it's like the Great Depression is right before us, it does not matter whether you file bankruptcy or not. You may realize that you may lose everything you had. Don't think because we sitting around and we done did bankruptcy and we done did it before that we may not have to do it again, or we may not have nothing to file bankruptcy on. The way the high cost of mortgages are and the way the high cost of rent is and the way the high cost of buying something is, you may not get a chance. So it's best for you to do what you need to do right now to move your money around where you can actually benefit from what you have gained and what you have saved and what you have put before you to be able to live with. It's best you begin to move your money around right now the best way you know how. And if bankruptcy is one of the options that you have thought about, if bankruptcy is one of the options that you see you have to go, if bankruptcy is something that you need to inquire about, that you really need some understanding about what bankruptcy is and how bankruptcy operates and how it would look for you to do bankruptcy and where it would benefit you, then I would suggest you to go and seek yourself a bankruptcy attorney so that you will be able to get firsthand knowledge of what it's going to look like for you. Because when I went and sat down in that chair, I had no idea what bankruptcy was, what it meant, what it was going to do to my credit, what I was going to look like after that, but I came out just fine. I came out just fine. Yeah, it took a while to rebuild. It does. It takes a while to rebuild. And a lot of times they'll say it take you 7 years for you to be able to buy something. I found out that not to be true because there's some people out there that will take a chance on you. There's some people out there that will take a chance on you. And if you show yourself worthy and you show yourself to be responsible and you show yourself to be able to be respectful, and be able to communicate these people what's going on with you, what you went through, and be a woman or a man of your word, you can rebuild, and you can rebuild faster than anybody. 7 years. Trust and believe. I'm speaking what I know and I'm speaking what I did. So therefore, I'm going to say here and I'm going to tell you, bankruptcy, the personal bankruptcy loan and the business bankruptcy loan is going down. It is going down right now. Businesses are filing bankruptcy at an all-time high, and so is personal bankruptcies are going on an all-time high. So if you sit back there talking about they're going to talk about me, or somebody might know that I filed bankruptcy, or what if I lose everything, this, that, and the other thing, or I'm about to lose everything, I don't want to file bankruptcy because of this, I got to put this in the bankruptcy. Stop wasting your time asking yourself or stressing yourself out with all these unnecessary questions. It's not as scary as you think it is. It will actually bless your life. It will bless your life to the point where if you can't pay anyway, then let it be known that bankruptcy is a way to go. Bankruptcy is an option. Bankruptcy will put you in a position where you can buy again, you can rebuild, and you will be able to start all over again when things get better. Right now, at the times you're living in right now, I can see exactly why anybody and everybody would want to file bankruptcy if they can't get out from under it no other way. Our pockets are not made to live our brains are not made to live stressed out 24/7, to go through a whole bunch of stress. It would decay the body. It would definitely take you into bad health. So before you allow yourself to get broke down with worrying about these bills that you can no longer pay, you can no longer afford because of no fault of your own, because everything has gone sky high. You got to eat. You got to be able to drink water. You got to be able to go to the doctor. But yet and still, the price of everything has maxed you out of your household. You work, and you come home and you see nothing. You don't see no benefit to you getting up every single day trying to pay some bills that you have already been maxed out of. But yet if you was to size down, yet if you was to combine them together, yet if you was to do a consolidation loan of some kind, you can get these situations under control. And if bankruptcy is the only option that you have, if bankruptcy is the only option that you see before you right now for you to be able to clean up the mess that you're in, then I would suggest you to go ahead and seek yourself an attorney and go ahead and start filing your bankruptcy, get the paperwork in order, get your life in order, get your home in order, get your house in order, and be able to be ready for what is to come. Because right now, I'm telling you, if and so that Nebraska and Montana and the farmers are going under. What does that look like for our food? Y'all type in the comments and tell me what y'all think about this situation. If the farmers are losing everything they have, if the farmers feel like they have no other choice but to file bankruptcy, and this is our food source that we're talking about, these food that they're filing bankruptcy on, the cattle and the soybeans and things of that nature, this is the way we eat. This is our livelihood. It may not, you may think that this is what they voted for situation, but yes, that might be. But the point of it is we're here now, and it is what it is, and we're being affected by it as well. And our families are going to have food taken off their table. So when they file bankruptcy, and now they're crying for these same people that left here, the immigrants, to come back here, and they need them on them farms, because a lot of them immigrants were on those very farms in Montana and Nebraska, from what I'm reading and from my understanding, and they were there doing a wonderful, good job. Even though they were illegal, they still were being used, and they still were putting out great work because they had been used for many years. So with that being said, how do y'all feel about the fact that now we're here to the point where our food source is being threatened? Our food source is being threatened. And once these warehouses empty out all their warehouses with food on the shelf, then what? Y'all tap it in the comments and see what you feel about this bankruptcy. Or are you one that has filed bankruptcy? Or are you ready to file bankruptcy? Do you know someone who has filed bankruptcy and it worked out well for them? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered for those people that don't understand what bankruptcy is, or that may have never filed bankruptcy. Have you filed bankruptcy and you were able to rebuild? What is your testimony? What is your story? Type it in the comments and share with the people at this time. People really need to hear some real people. They don't want to hear nobody who's politically correct. They don't want to hear "I told you so." They want to hear what to do in the midst of what we're going through right now. How do we move forward? Okay, what didn't happen has happened. Election is over. We got what we got. We're going through what we're going through, and everybody's being affected by it, no matter what your political affiliation with is. We're all going through it right here and right now. It's not like that whoever you voted for, you're only going to go through only people that voted in this situation going to go through it. No, the world is going through it. Everybody's going through it. And it does not matter about that part of it anymore, because that part is over and done with. And whether you like it or not, it's here. We got to move on. We got to be able to face it. We got to be able to live through it. What do we do right now? How do we maneuver right now? How do we begin to move financially right now? Do you think that bankruptcy is a good choice if you have no other choice? Excuse me. What can you share in this situation? What can you share in this situation as far as bankruptcy is concerned to help somebody to be able to put their home and their finances in some type of order so that they won't lose everything that they have? Maybe they want to file bankruptcy and they want to keep their home. How does this thing happen? How does it happen? Speak to the people and let the people know. If you're a bankruptcy attorney, please tap in. If you have filed bankruptcy, please tap in. If you're thinking about filing bankruptcy, please tap in. Write it in the comments. Let us know what's going on. Let's get a conversation started. Let's begin to help one another. Let's begin to speak life over a situation. I come to uplift, motivate, and inspire, and to put some things on the table that we're not afraid to discuss and that we can talk about respectfully. Let's keep our comments respectful so that we can help one another, so that somebody can find something on the table that they can eat from. I'm sure there's a lot of different situations because everybody's situation is different, but the end result, if the end result is bankruptcy, then that's what we're talking about, bankruptcy. How do we go forward with bankruptcy? And how did you feel after you filed bankruptcy? That's the main thing, because so many people look at bankruptcy like it's a shameful thing. Like it's being shamed. Oh, they had to file bankruptcy. Oh, the only reason why they did it because they filed bankruptcy. Only reason why they got out of it. You hear this all the time from different people. I've heard it over the years as if it was a bad thing. If you file in bankruptcy trying to put your life in order, and that just irritates people. For what reason? Why should you be upset because somebody's trying to better their situation? If bankruptcy is the way they're going to better their situation, then they should be able to do that without hearing a whole bunch of flack behind it, because it truly blessed me. I'm going to tell you, I have filed bankruptcy before, and it truly blessed me. And let me read you a little bit about what I found out. Chapter 7, bankruptcy liquidates assets to discharge most unsecured debt, while Chapter 13 uses a payment plan over 3 to 5 years to reorganize debt. Chapter 7 eligibility is based on a mean test of income, whereas Chapter 13 requires a regular income and is limited by debt amount. So that's the difference between Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. Chapter 7 liquidates assets to discharge most unsecured debt, while Chapter 13 uses a repayment plan over 3 to 5 years. So that's the difference between the chapters. You can file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. Whichever one you need to file, you will talk to your attorney and see what you need there, and they will deal with that situation. Because when I filed back in the day when I filed, it was like $1,500, and it could range between $200 and $1,500 or $1,400 and $1,500. I know I paid $1,500 when I got my bankruptcy done. So it's better for you to call around and seek a bankruptcy attorney, see what their fees are in your area, see what it's going to cost you, see how you should go, whether you should file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, and just go forward with what it is that you need to go forward with, and don't be ashamed to do so if you need to do so, because bankruptcy is on the table for a lot of people. A lot of people are filing bankruptcy in this season because they have no other choice. Just like the farmers over in Nebraska and Montana, who are thinking about filing bankruptcy, may be forced into filing bankruptcy due to their situation going on over there. So with that being said, y'all tap in. Let's talk about it. Let us know what you feel. Let us know what you think about this topic. And if so, you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on a journey for 10K over here, and God knows we are getting there. We are steady moving, and I want to thank each and every subscriber who has subscribed to this channel, who thought it not robbery to do so. And if so, you have not turned your notification bell on, please turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when I drop my next video. And if so, you want to support the channel, there's super thanks. You can send by super thanks. My Cash App is in the description, box. And I love y'all. Y'all be blessed, and y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Be blessed.